Alright, so it's been a minute since the last Proof 20 vid. Most of them are pretty easy, but that one is actually pretty challenging. And it's not doable with Wind Team, I'm telling you from the start. But there's a really cool strat with Water Team that allowed me to clear it with like 30 seconds left. So it's pretty significant. So I'm going to show you guys the build, basically the team, and then the run at the end. You know the drill. Before this video starts, make sure you are supporting me on the Marble Creator program. The link is in the description. It's totally free. You just need to link your game account to your Marble account. I'm sending new codes to every new supporter every day, so make sure you are clicking that support button. Let's get into the vid. So we're going to go with Sorin, Malin, and Cha. Obviously, you can't do it with Alicia. I tried, it doesn't work. She doesn't deal enough damage. For the shadows, you want to go Basti, Serbi, and Iron. You can go with Tusk at the first slot, but it's a bit worse. At least on Serbi it's worse. On other content it's actually better. In terms of sets, you want to run 4 Desire, 4 Greed on Sorin. You can also run full Greed or full Desire. Any of those work. It's a bit better to have like half both than have full of just one. For the cores, you want the purple one on the bottom for Sorin. That's really important for her MP. And at the top, if you can have the purple one, it's good. If you can't, it's not the end of the world. In terms of stats, I have 79k HP. It could be way higher, honestly. It's not great, but it's not bad. 9k crit rate, 212% crit damage, and then 20% death pen and 28% damage increase. If you don't have the core from Deimos, the purple one, you will have to put more into your MP consumption reduction. Maybe have a core that gives it to you, because otherwise you won't be able to use all her skills all the time. So yeah, for Cha, we're gonna run the usual. If you haven't seen my guide for Cha, make sure to check it out. It will be in the description. But basically for Cha, you want to run 2-2-4, so 2 Infamy, 2 Curse, and 4 Obsidian. For the cores, the top and bottom one are really important. You need the purple one, and on the middle, I've said on my vid it wasn't that important, and it's still not that important. I have the purple one on the middle. You can have pretty much anything. It doesn't really matter that much. So my chest stats are pretty good. 42.7k defense, 7k crit rate, 200% crit damage, 10% death pen, and then 31% damage increase. Honestly, you don't need that good stats. Like if you have a bit worse stats, it's not that bad, but it kind of helps obviously that she deals that much damage. And also I have 4k MP consumption reduction. You might want to have at least 2k, if not 2.5k, because mine has like no MP problems at all. But I feel like if you have way lower MP consumption, like 1k or 1.5, you might run into issues, especially for the Obsidian set. So make sure you are like monitoring this. And then lastly, Malin, you want to run 4 Destroyer and 4 Sylph. So basically the idea behind that is that you switch so quickly between your hunters with Water Team that if you run Wish or Blessing, 1 times out of 2, you're basically going to be like off cooldown. So this set allows you to not have that problem. And basically Destroyer allows you to get your Malin ult 1 rotation faster. So you kill faster, obviously. And then Sylph always has the boost on. So that's way better than having like Blessing 1 times out of 2 or fucking Wish 1 times out of 2. You can run full Wish, you can run full Blessing. It's probably going to work, but it's going to be a bit worse from what I tested at least. And then afterwards, her stats don't matter. Like the cores you have on don't matter. Like I just have like MP consumption core for the BP. You can just have anything else on. It doesn't really matter at all. For Cha, you need to be careful. Full Infamy is not going to work. It only works for like team fights. Running 4 Curse for Obsidian could work. It's definitely going to be worse. But if it's the only thing you have and you don't have Infamy pieces, it might work. And like I said for Sorin, if you run full Desire or full Greed, it works too as well. Another thing that you can do is remove Malin completely, right? So if you remove Malin completely and use another breaker, you can basically do like a 2 breaker, 1 DPS type of like combo. And with that, you can basically have a full Desire set on one and a full Greed set on the other one. I tried Goto. Goto is probably the best one. You can also try Seo. Seo is probably the worst option. And then another decent option will be Ana, right? So those 3 work for sure. Seo is probably the worst one because she brings the less to the table, right? And Goto is really good because his damage is great. And on top of that, his A4 advancement, right, is going to boost your Cha even more. So you kind of have to have him A4 for this. But basically your Cha is going to get a 24% damage increase. And it kind of balances the fact that you don't have Malin, right? And you have your full Greed and then you have that 24% damage increase. And it really helps. And his damage is obviously better than Malin's. So that's also something that you can do and works really well. Like I said, you can probably make it work with Ana, who's going to debuff the defense of the boss. And then lastly, Seo probably works, but she's most likely the worst option out of the 3. So yeah, you kind of have to like try around like whatever and let me know in the comments if it works. I hope it's gonna help you. If it does, make sure you're dropping a like, commenting, and subscribing to the channel to not miss any more uploads. I'll see you guys in my next one. See ya.
少しは楽しみそうだ。かも。